Next up, we have Medha.
Hello, my name is Medha Sunkara and I go to Saratoga High School, and my speech is about coping mechanisms for academic stress. Math has never been my strong suit. Numbers blare, symbols snarl, and no matter how long I've spent revising, writing formulas in pencil, circling mistakes in red, and erasing until the paper thins, nothing has ever really struck. My confidence shrinks by the minute as I chase answers that always seem out of reach. Not because I don't try, not because I don't care, but because sometimes school demands a kind of critical thinking that not everyone's brain is wired for, and we are rarely given permission to say that out loud. Years in tutoring centers like Kumon and the Russian School of Math didn't make me better at math. They made me anxious. They left me with a constant voice in my head telling me to work towards my full potential, as if I wasn't already breaking my brain just to scrap together subpar grades. And then high school arrived. And suddenly, those grades weren't just grades. They were futures, they were college applications, and they were worth. And yet, the most meaningful math grade I've ever received wasn't a redemption arc. It was a 56% on my calculus test. When I saw that number pop up on Canvas, my life flashed before my eyes. My head spun. I buried my face into my chest and prayed my teacher had entered it in wrong. I mean, I'd studied for days, I'd rated homework problems, I'd went to tutorials, I'd looked through old quizzes and tests trying to find a mistake, but there it was. And that grade, it felt like a confirmation that all my effort was performative and that no matter how hard I worked, I would never be enough, that I wouldn't get into college and that I couldn't make my parents proud. However, around that time, I found myself thinking about a book that I'd once dismissed, All the Right Places by Jennifer Nevon. When I'd first read it, it didn't move me. I thought it was dramatic, something I could analyze, rate 3 stars, and move on from. But after that test, I realized the problem hadn't been the book. It had been my distance from what it was trying to say. The story talks about finding small moments, bright places that make life feel survivable, even when everything feels heavy. And what unsettled me the most wasn't the plot, it was how much I understood the exhaustion, the urge to disappear, and the desire for the noise to stop. But the book also reminded me of something else. I had bright places too. Late night drives with friends, racing to fast food places, and laughing so hard our stomachs hurt, and talking about everything and nothing at once. Those moments didn't erase my stress, but they reminded me that I was more than it. And that's what coping really is. It isn't fixing the problem overnight, it isn't suddenly loving school, it isn't perfect grades or perfect mental health. And that realization didn't make math easier, but it helped me sit with the darkness without letting it consume me. And that matters more than any number ever could. Thank you.